Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be drawing a simple and beautiful daffodil using Procreate. Let's get started. So I'll open my Procreate, and when you open your Procreate, you'll have a gallery view where you have all your artworks. So to create a new canvas, click on this plus icon and click on this particular icon here. Right, so you'll get to customize your own canvas. Now here you can title your canvas so that next time you create any artwork, you can opt for the similar one. Right, so maybe we can do square canvas. Okay, so width will be 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels at 300 dpi. Right, apart from this, you don't have to make any changes, just simply hit create. Now you have a square canvas with you. Here I have imported what we are going to draw. Right, so to start with, you might have noticed different styles of daffodils. Right, so what I'll do is, first on sketching, this is the brush library. In sketching section, you'll see a 6B pencil. This is very good if you are just starting out. I'm sharing the color palette here for you. Feel free to pause the video here and take a screenshot of the palette, or you can follow along with me while we create the artwork. So this is the color palette. So for the sketching, I'll use a black color. You can use any color you want. Right, so to start with, we'll simply create a circle like this. Now I'll click on this arrow icon and reduce the size a bit. So I'm roughly sketching out. Now to create the leaves, what I'll do is I'll create like this. So daffodil petals have leaves like this. Okay, it's not too pointy, right? A little bit of curve there. And I'll just reposition it. So this is my sketching layer. Just to rename it, you can tap on your layer and just simply rename it. Now to create a new layer above this sketching layer, you can click on this plus icon. Okay, so I've created this layer 2. So this will be my outline layer. Right, I'll reduce the opacity of the sketching layer by clicking on this N icon and reduce the opacity to maybe like 40%. Go on inking section and you'll find a dry ink brush. Right, now the size of this brush, I'll keep it at 4% on outline brush. Now I'll simply outline my artwork. Now once you're done with the outline, I'll turn off the sketching layer, and now I have my whole outline layer. Throughout the process, the outline layer will stay on top always, so that we know what we are doing. Okay, so I'll reduce the opacity of this layer to maybe like 50% and create a new layer below this outline layer. I'll go on sketching layer and then tap on plus icon. Okay, so now this layer 3 will be my flower petals base layer. Okay, so this is my flower petal color, the off-white one. So because it's off-white, you will not be able to see what's happening down here. So we'll change the color of background. So this is the background color layer. Tap on this, or maybe this one for now. Now on flower petal base layer, with the same dry ink brush, I can increase the size of the brush to 9% and create an outline. So once the base layer is done, I'll create a new layer and rename this as flower petals shadows. So on this layer I will be creating the darker areas of the petals. So what I'll do, I'll tap on this and add clipping mask to it. So what happens in clipping mask, you can see a small arrow pointing downwards here, right? Using this color I will add shadows. So when you don't want like a particular line or you want to erase something, just click on this eraser, right? Now you have same set of brush library in eraser section as well, right? So I'm using same dry ink inking section, the dry ink brush, and I can erase the lines that I don't want and then go back on this brush icon and add the lines however I like, right? So the shadows are complete. Now I'll create a new layer on top of it, and this will be our stem. Now coming on the stem, we know that stem should be below this flower, right? So I'll hold the layer and I'll shift it below flower petal base, right? For stem base color, I'll take this dark green color. So you can jump in between different sizes from this bar. So on the left hand side, the upper bar is about the size of the brush and the lower bar is about the opacity of the brush. I usually don't play with opacity too much. When you want to cover up the larger area, you can increase the size. If you want to go like very detailed work, you can reduce the size. And when you are sliding it up and down, you can see this plus icon. When you tap on this, you're basically saving that size for next time you use it. Okay, and to remove it, just tap on minus. So the stem base is done. I'll create a new layer above stem layer, add clipping mask to it, rename it as stem shadows, and then I'll take this lighter color. So basically it's not shadows, it's highlights. So 14% brush size, I can rename it as highlights. So now we'll come on this middle portion here. So this will be above the flower petal base layer. So I'll tap on this flower petals shadows layer and click on this plus icon. Now I'll rename it as flower center, and I'll use this light yellow color. Okay, and with the same brush I will outline it and fill the color in. Now I'll create a new layer above this flower center and rename it as flower center shadows and add clipping mask to it. Now I'll use this dark yellow color, reduce the size to 9%. Then I'll create new layer on top of it and rename it as eyes. So I'll take black color, reduce the brush size further to 4% and create the eyes and the smile. So click on this N icon on the outline layer. You'll see opacity. We have already reduced it to 50%. Now all of these are blend modes, so I'll change the blend mode of this layer to overlay, right? And when I increase the opacity, so this is how I usually keep my outlines. So outline is there, but it's not too much visible. Now coming to the background color, I'll change the background color to white. Now I want to create this circle behind all of the layers. So I'll click on sketching layer, create a new layer, choose this blue color, and with the same dry ink brush I'll increase the size to max, and then I'll simply create a circle. Now I'll create a new layer on top of eyes layer and rename it as stars. Now I'll take the same white color here, this one, right, and I'll simply create the stars here. So to create the stars, I'll create plus and then. And there you have it, a beautiful daffodil in Procreate. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, and consider hitting the bell icon so that you stay updated to all my upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye.